Alright, folks, it's time for a little history lesson. Do you remember back in November of last year where HP was offered a takeover bid by Xerox for $22 per share, right? Well, if you don't, it happened. So they were going ahead and offering shareholders $22 a share for the company. They were going to buy out HP. But you know what? The board rejected it. HP's board of directors unanimously rejected that offer at $22 per share for many reasons. So as far as what they said specifically, well, you see here we note the decline of Xerox revenue from $10.2 billion to $9.2 billion on a trailing 12-month basis since June 2018, which raises a significant question for us regarding the trajectory of your business and future prospects. So let's just say poor Xerox got blasted there by the board of HP, and that's a valid question. Why are we going to merge with your business if your business doesn't look like they're necessarily going to be, keeping up what they're doing? If they're declining sales, we don't really want to be part of it, So, then, you know what? If we look back, we have an analyst who says, whoa, well, Katie Hubert here, back in January, end of January, says that Xerox might have to raise its HP offer to 26 as opposed to 22 to attract the board and shareholders. The analyst believes Xerox will have to cut medium-term revenue growth target and see limited margin upside beyond this year. Morgan Stanley resumes Xerox at equal weight and a price $34 price target with a neutral rating average. So this lady says 26. Meanwhile, if you go back in my video, you know what I said? That's right, baby. You know what I said. We'll come back to it just a second, but HP still blasting Xerox here. HP tells Bloomberg that Xerox's earnings report this morning doesn't help fundamental concerns about the continued revenue declines and health of the Xerox business. The company says Xerox's proposal would require shareholders to exchange the value of HP's balance sheet stock in a company of questionable value and exposed to meaningful risk due to inordinate leverage and sustained declining performance. So get blasted, Xerox. Is pretty much what he did. Earlier today, Xerox reported Q4 beats and guided fiscal year 20 with upside earnings and a revenue decline of 4% at constant currency. Okay, 4% decline in revenue, not too crazy. But you see here today, HP stock started off the day right around a 4% up. So you see a little spike here on Monday. We start off 4.7% up for the day. Overall, we just ended 0.78 up, but it kind of puttered off. But there was some excitement. Why is there excitement? Because you go back to my old video and you see I say Xerox's next bid is coming in at $24 a share. I said it. I swear I did. Guess what? $24 a share is what they're offering. But now they are offering shareholders $18.40 cash per share and 0.149 Xerox shares included. And that's per share. Cool for them, right? So a lot more cash in the transaction and just a little bit in terms of shares. But overall, that value is $24 per share. The tender offer isn't subject to any financing or due diligence conditions. Last November, Xerox ordered $22 a share or offered $22 a share, which was declined. And then Xerox threatened to approach HP shareholders, which would have declined it. But now they're offering $24 per share. One more thing, and then we'll talk about if this is going to go through. So, Wells Fargo Aaron Rakers thinks that HP's Xerox bid for HP will likely force HP management to seriously consider the request for 3 weeks of due diligence. So obviously 3 weeks of are we going to do it or not? So they would find out before the end of the month, most likely. The analyst reiterates his beliefs that the takeover would require a $25 per share bid or higher, $1 higher than the newest offer. We continue to view Xerox's year 3 run rate synergy target of $2 billion as ambitious and believe the debt load of the combined entity would be burdensome. Wells Fargo maintains equal rating and a 22 price target on HP. So now you think, is this a deal that's going to happen? Is the HP board going to accept this? I got to be honest, in my opinion, I don't feel as if HP's board will accept it. I don't think it's going to be a unanimous decline of the offer, but I do think I agree with Aaron Rakers here. I do think they're going to be looking for at least 25 a share or 26 a share. Do I think it's fair for that? Personally, I think this 24 is a perfectly fair offer. Now, as an HP shareholder, I enjoy having the stock for a consistent dividend, but I wouldn't be too upset because HP is one of the most boring stocks out there. If it wasn't for this takeover news, I mean, this stock would just be stagnant, still around 19 like it was prior to this, and now it's finally past the 20s up to 22 range. I think it's a decent offer. I just don't think HP management is going to necessarily bite on it 100% to where they'll make a deal. I think it'll be darn close. I could see it happening. I just don't personally think it'll happen unless you get... I do think 25 is a magic number for them. I don't think it's going to get done, but I think there is a chance that it could get done at this, to be fair. We'll have to see. We'll just wait and see what it looks like, but overall, I think I'm okay if they did choose to go with that $24 per share offer. I think I'm okay with it. I could reallocate those resources somewhere else in my portfolio. I'd probably sell off that Xerox share once I get it, because it's not necessarily Xerox stock isn't something that's very much exciting to me. Obviously, it would be a similar thesis on the fact that HP I'm really in for the potential of 3D printing taking off in the next 5 years. I could hold on to it potentially. We'll see. I'll really only end up with somewhere like 1 or 2 freaking Xerox shares at that point, so it's not going to be crazy. We'll see how they do it. I'm super excited to see what they do. They're probably going to take at least before the end of the month, so probably by the end of February we'll find out what they're going to do. So I guess stay tuned for that. Heck yeah, buddy.